flying to Egypt, passengers from all 4 of those places that were on board, say prior to the people who died in this crash.
Hi friends, this is Scalpo in Piso. Be cut. Brain is creating a thought. Today is May 20th, 2016. And of course we have Islam psychotics blew up another plane. And we must realize that the brain is the creator of thought. And the brain is produced by coitus. From simple expulsion of our father's DNA semen into the egg of our mothers. This is biology, this is fact, this is science, this is reality. And that action created our brains. Product of evolution over 4 billion years. This is science. Religious beliefs are a mental illness. It's one of the schizophrenias. There is 8,000 languages spoken on the planet today. So it's a lot of variations. But we must realize the brain is the creator of thinking. When the brain is sick, it can only create sick thoughts. This is what a lot of these people don't understand. When they say a lot of the scientists, mentally healthy, in other words, atheist scientists. Atheist means A is without, theos is God or imaginary friend, it's a concept. There are many gods as the brain can create. And believing in God is believing in imaginary friends. Which is, and all the imaginary friends are at the core of all religions, psychosis, and all neurological disorders like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, depression, mania, etc. So we must keep that in mind. So all this is caused to a dysfunction of the brain, a neurological disorder, which is believe in God. Iphophiba, imaginary friend or foe, irrational belief, acceptance. This, when these people here say they are radicalized, this is radicalized people, it's like saying schizophrenize. The problem is that people of faith are like HIV positive, HIV/AIDS positive. They have the virus. It's born a virus that induces neurological disorders like schizophrenia, which is in our genome. We all have the virus. That's probably what triggered our evolution, the primate evolution over 47 million years ago. We are crazy apes. That's what we are. The key to this, to correcting all this, is to realize it, to be aware of it. The moment we are aware of it, then there is a path to a cure of this insanity, which this is what it is. It will continue to happen.
They have to learn that we can't take this anymore, and they're going to have to turn in the people that are bombing the planes, and they know who the people are, just continuing to be so nice and so soft, and I have many Muslim friends.
So we're not going to let that happen, I can tell you that right now.
Trump, who warning that last year's terrorist carnage in San Bernardino, California and Paris would have been avoided had some of the victims
crazy,
been armed with
insane psychopath.
If you would have had guns on the other side, if I took a couple of
nobody questioned
here, some especially wearing the red
his mental health.
Make America great again.
See how stupid this man is?
There wouldn't have been
Psycho.
130 people killed and hundreds of people lying in the hospital to this day.
Psycho. Look at this.
It might not
You want this for president?
And the
lunatic?
I've been looking at airplanes getting blown up in the air and lots of bad things happening. Bernie Sanders, so I'm sure.
Because nobody's going to travel, there will be no anything.
Well, Chris, it does.
What a lunatic.
It wasn't art this job is, and
See?
I know that we need steadiness
She's
as well
brilliant.
as strength
and smarts.
Just brilliant, smart.
And I have concluded he is not qualified to be president of the United States.
She's right.
The results?
The guy's a psychopath.
Poll suggests Clinton is holding on to a slight lead over Trump. They're both
23% to 62% support. Those are massive, massive numbers.
Absolutely can overcome it because we have an entire summer to compare and contrast our policies over time. But at the end of the day, Ashley, it will come down to the Electoral College. The popular vote is important, but
See, thanks to science and a mentally healthy, in other words, atheist brain, we create the technology that help us evolve mutated primates, because that's what we are. And religious people are sick people, all of them. There is no difference between the bizarre mathematical beliefs created by infected brains with schizophrenias, temporal lobe epilepsy, cognitive dissonance, and all the rest. No different between those imaginary friends and the imaginary friends at the core of all religions, and also conspiracy theories, because people that believe in these things, they don't have their feet planted on the world of reality. They are in la la land. They are above just sick people, and those imaginary friends are they are infected the brain of children in church, mosques, and synagogues. That is the reason you have all these suicide bombers, you have all this craziness, psychopathy, today in this 21st century. An American scientist, mentally healthy, sane scientists, do not see it. They do not see the elephant in the room, the pink elephant in the room that sits on them. They don't see it or feel it. And that is that religion is one of the schizophrenias, is a very dangerous mental disorder, caused, in my humble opinion, from the coronavirus in the genome. That goes wild. Like HIV/AIDS.
Part of the brain that destroys reason.
Senate of the United States is infected with Christ psychosis. Christ, what is a Christ? Is anointed Savior. Jesus Christ, anointed Savior, an imaginary friend. Actually, it was the title of Julius Caesar the Christus. 8,000 languages spoken on the planet. Everything changed and mutates over 2,000 years. They don't see that. So therefore, if you believe in a zombie that resurrects and saved with blood, which is God's, you're sick. You have a problem with the brain, no different than a schizophrenics. And it's very sad and very dangerous that the whole Senate is infected. The candidate for president, a very sick man, Donald Trump, very sick, ignorant, racist, homophobic, conspiracy theory infected. The man is very, very sick. But he has billions. So therefore, people as ignorant as he is, they like him. So the crazy people in an insane asylum will actually vote and like one of the crazy people in the insane asylum also, to lead them into insanity. And that is the truth, my friends. So we have to be very wary. And actually scientists, mentally healthy atheist scientists like Richard Dawkins, Lawrence Krauss, brilliant scientists and neurologists, brilliant scientist astrophysicists, Dr. Kako, Neil deGrasse Tyson, which is black, and it's been put in the position like if he's inferior by Christ-psychotic infected people in this country. KKK, racism and all that. So Dr. Tyson, I don't know that. Religious beliefs are mental illness. Christ psychosis is the worst of them. The HIV virus of the brain that is possibly dormant. It's like a faith-positive people, and it can become full-blown. And then you have bombing planes. You have the Crusades, 250 years. And Christ psychotics also killed themselves. Look at Jim Jones, Koresh, Doe of Heaven's Gate. And they're all Christ psychotic, Seventh-day Adventists, founded by crazy woman Ellen White in the 1840s. crazy people. All Christians are crazy people. People that believe in God are crazy people. And this infection, this HIV virus of the brain, is actually spreads in church, mosque, synagogues, all places of worship. People that they believe in conspiracy theory, ancient aliens, things like that, things that don't make any sense, and they have no evidence to back them up. So these people are crazy. And they are in the Senate. They are the GOP, the God-obsessed party. Keep that in mind when you go vote. Vote somebody healthy, mentally healthy, and compare the people. And of course, Hillary Clinton is a woman. She has a vagina that actually create life in it. So she will be an excellent, and she's extremely intelligent, very brilliant. She knows. So she'll make a much better POTUS. But Trump is a psychotic person, very sick. It belongs in a mental institution along Mitch McConnell, the rest of the GOP, and all the pastors and leaders of religious psychosis in churches, mosques, and synagogues. In synagogues, they cut the baby, they cut the penis babies, and then suck the blood. It's circumcision. There are many sects of Islam, of Jewish psychotics, and this is sick, very sick and deluded. And atheists do nothing. Mentally healthy atheists, they're clueless. They don't do anything. And in my opinion, it is the fault of all the problems in the United States of America today is thanks to atheism. Atheists that don't tell it like it is, their religious beliefs are mental illness. And Christ psychosis, they believe in a Christ and a zombie that resurrects with blood, is the worst of this, is the deluded beliefs, the psychosis, like a virus of the mind. And they ought to expose it.
And at the time they had access to planes. Tell us about that.
Well, you know, airport is like a little town, you know. For Paris airport, you have almost 8.
She's a member of the Senate
and then,
in Paris.
The French system.
She said there is no evidence yet
and so on,
that it was a terrorist attack. This is the problem. There's a lot of Muslim Islam psychotics in government, like Christ psychotics and all that, and they are like time bombs. It's like the HIV positive. Religion is a mental illness. A lot of these people are infected, don't realize it. Scientists should be in control of government.
Matter of fact, after this double.
Just want to say that I've been watching what's going on, and I've been
this petulant,
things getting blown up in the air.
Christ psychotic imbecile.
Lots of bad things happening.
Look at this.
It's just not
deluded.
The same, and we're going to bring it back.
Deluded.
And we're going to bring it back.
The guy talks about himself. Me, I will do that, and we won, and we did.
Don't have to be so
this is a psycho.
Afraid, and you know what's happening
this
in the schools,
is sick.
And you know what's happening everywhere. We're going
and of course,
to bring
only
it back, and you
deluded,
be so
Christ psychotic, infected imbecile, as ignorant as he is, we love him and we'll vote for him. Remember that. The guy's an imbecile. He doesn't know any history, he doesn't know anything. He is a schizophrenic, paranoia, imbecile. Look at this.
One thing that was very interesting. He said that
he's a psychopath. Doesn't know anything.
Unqualified to be the president of the United States.
See that? He is the one that's unqualified. He's a schizophrenic imbecile. He believes in imaginary friends.
You know, one of the
personality disorder, lying all the time, deluded, crazy billionaire.
So I think we're going to.
He's fooling everybody. He's cunning everybody.
I look forward to
Americans.
I look very forward to the debates.
Is this the best you have?
I don't know.
Christ, go to a mental hospital, find an intelligent schizophrenic that believes in imaginary friends, space aliens, and all that stuff, and vote for him. He will make a better president.
Top debaters. But they never had people interrupting them every other word. That you would have done the same. I know a lot of the audience. You would have done the same.
So talk about himself. Me.
And I want to really, it's so important to me. I wrote it down. And again, my sons have been members of the NRA for.
Yeah. You love to kill animals. Kill animals. That's what guns are for. Killing things. It's a psychopath.
I'm a little bit concerned. And I have fun saying it, and I say it a lot, but there's nothing better. And some of you have heard it. But we are going to win. We're going to win with military. We're going to win at the borders. We're going to win with trade. We're going to win at everything.
There's nothing.
And some of you...
How's you going to do it?
And
call angels?
You're going to say, Mr. President, please...
Ancient aliens?
We can't win anymore like this. Mr. President,
look at this.
Driving us crazy. You're winning too much. Please, Mr. President, not so much. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry. We're going to keep winning because we are going to make...
Christian Crusader, Nazi America, great again.
From a manuscript of Illuminated Book of William of Tyre, 1130. You can see this in the Bibliothèque Nationale de Paris. And you see here the crypsychotics, that attack many cities during the Crusades and bombarding the besieged cities with the heads of the infidel. This is the reason the Muslims really hate the Christians, the invaders in Iraq today. They don't forget that. This is from an archaeology magazine, 2002, September. Of course, Muslims are not the only ones that suffer at the hands of the Crusaders. Well, everybody suffer all the time because of this mental illness.
Psychosis. Those who do not know the past are condemned to repeat it. This insanity has been going on for 1700 years. This here is the legacy of the Crusaders. Nazism. 20
We love you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
You said nothing.
Thank you, everybody.
Psychotic.
Thank you.
People don't see it. Because America is a Christianity-infected nation.
That Hillary Clinton wants to do no such thing. What she has continued to say, as every other well-meaning politician and human being in this country, is ensure that there is a proper balance between human beings account. And that is from 2012 when he said, President Obama spoke for me and every American in his remarks in Newtown, Connecticut. And of course that was...
Poor Trump. Schizophrenic. He has temporal lobe epilepsy, is extremely ignorant. He doesn't know if he's coming or going. Bipolar. Obvious. I mean, man is sick. Conspiracy theories galore. He's deluded. And only ignorant people like him and deluded people like him, like in Psychosis, infected America, he will be a perfect president. And this reminds me exactly the same that happened in Psychosis infected Europe. That love Christian Hitler. And also in the time of the Crusades, 1095, Pope Urban II. And he initiated the Crusades that lasted for 250 years of psychopathy, killing all the Christ killers, the Jews, invading their lands, imposing their delusion, thanks to the full-blown HIV virus, born a virus of the brain of some begat belief, imaginary French belief. In 1095 to 1250, this is the Crusades. And then Nazi Germany, Christian Europe, they love Hitler, but first they love Mussolini. He's the creator of fascism. Learn history. Oh, they loved him. And the 1920s. And then, of course, one of the admirers was Christian Hitler, a theosophist. He loved Luther von the Juden und ihre Lügen, from the Jews and their lies. Because according to all the Christians, the Jews were responsible for killing some bitches. And they believe the gospel, the many gospels are true. The Talmud is true. The Quran, the many Quran is true. And all these people are killing each other. It's like saying, I call them Disneylandians. Some believe in Donald Duck is the real God, and the Mickey Mousians are against them, and they killed the Tooth Fairyans, I believe in. So religion is a mental illness, my friends. This is the 21st century, not the 12th. And people don't see that. So this is a man is psychotic person that belongs in a mental institution along with all the GOP, God-obsessed party. Here, let me, I'm very calm and composed, present to you the facts. But let me bring up the Kalpun Piso of yesterday. This is the Kalpun Piso yesterday when I saw the the plane being killed, and I really lost it. I was so mad because people don't see that religion is a mental illness and it's responsible for all the problems in the world. And here's me, kapun piso of yesterday. Because we die at night and resurrect in the morning. We are different. Every morning we're different. Our brains are different and get more information. But here is me.
In a discussion, it could be, issues in translation.
And of course, Christ-psychotic infected Trump, this lunatic, is going to say, oh, we're going to get rid of the terrorists because we're going to kill everybody over there and bomb everything. This is what an ignoramus imbecile will say. And stupid Americans believe him because the GOP, the God-obsessed party, are composed of nuts. Who would put a bomb, strap a bomb on themselves inside their body, go into get in a plane and then detonate the bomb, killing all these people? Well, people of faith do that. That's who does this. It's been done for 1,000 years. The Crusaders used to do that. You killed yourself for zombie Jesus, or to destroy Allah, the devil, the Islam devils, for 250 years committing atrocities in the name, not in the name, but because of the religious psychosis, HIV virus of the brain. Christians did it, Hindus did it, all religious psychosis have done this. And they rejoice. Who would actually give your body, destroy your body to kill the infidel so you can have a place in heaven with your imaginary friend? Who will do that? People infected with religious psychosis, HIV of the brain. Christians used to do it, and they still do. Jim Jones, Koresh, all these people, they're Adventists, the Seventh-day Adventist psychopath. So you have to study history to understand what the problem is. And nobody questions the mental health of these people. Or people that go to church, go to mosque, go to synagogue. Question their mental health. We are in the 21st century. Our brains are created by a spit-off cum DNA from our fathers, cock. In other words, the true God is cock. The cock of our fathers. God bless you. So, they're idiots. The brain keeps thinking. A malfunctioning brain at the core of all the schizophrenias and at the root of all religious psychosis is the one that causes these problems. And there have to be people, atheists, mentally healthy, will never do anything like this. They study science, and that's the reason we have the technology of today. It's thanks to atheism, the mental health of atheism. You reject the bullshit of religious psychosis, the cancer, and you embrace science and observation. You observe things for millennia, and you accumulate knowledge and science, and you create things for mankind. But if you have a lunatic that is a king, like, let's say, Trump becomes president of the United States, you think Bush was bad and wrecked the economy? Just wait until Trump becomes president of the country. This psychopath. He'll get in a war with North Korea. He will push buttons. There will be will be like history. The whole society and humanity will, because the guy is an imbecile. It's a bad businessman. It's a billionaire that is stupid, self-righteous, petulant, imbecile, infected with religious psychosis, conspiracy theory psychosis. He believes that Obama is from Kenya, and he's a Muslim, and he believes probably ancient aliens, and probably they killed Kennedy, along with Senator Cruz, all the psychotic infected imbecile. You see what I mean? And nobody questions, and these idiots here, they think, oh, we're going to search for survivors. Oh, the human spirit and people can survive. No, you cannot survive when there is a bomb and wrecking the plane and destroying everybody. Who's going to survive, you dumb, stupid imbeciles? 37,000 feet, the plane is destroyed. And by the way, planes are created by atheists, by mentally healthy. Over centuries of thinking, reasoning. You create electricity, we create iPhones, we create computers. Everything today is thanks to atheists. If you want it, don't use iPhones. Christ-psychotic infected imbeciles are really people of faith. Be true to your faith. If you want to communicate with people, talk to imaginary friends.
Asking for angels to take you places and give you communication.
Shooting outside the White House.
This is live, folks.
But the more serious
suspect shot at White House in custody.
Someone inside.
See what happened with Christ psychosis. These are all Christ psychosis infected imbeciles, just like
Drive, where
Trump.
And people
Christ psychosis infected Trump.
Generally
It's like
only allowed. So
It's all happening in churches because churches infect the brain of children.
Security breach. What
And
was
this is the reason there's so much insanity in the United States of America, so much racism, homophobia, psychopathy, people with rifles trying to kill people because rifles are to kill
A lot of questions
things.
remain, nonetheless.
This is what
It
happens.
sounds from
Like it or not, it's thanks to my postulated HIV of the neural array, which is religious psychosis from the coronavirus. We create thoughts with our brains. Our brains are a product of a spit of DNA, semen from our father's penis, which is in very true fact the true God creator. So, facts talk, religious psychosis bullshit walks, friends. That's the truth. We must stick to the truth. Science rules. Christ psychosis infected brains, demented. They are indicative of neurological disorder. People stuck in the Middle Ages. Religion is a disease. It's a brain disease. Cancer of the brain, of the neural array. It destroys rational thought, it destroys logic. So, put people of faith in mental institutions. All the Christians belong. The NRA, they're psychopaths. They're like the ancient crusaders. They belong in institutions getting their brains fixed. Because they're fixed with killing things. That's what rifles, that's what things are for. To kill things, to kill life, innocent animals. Anybody that's go hunting things is a psychopath. Because we don't need to hunt to feed ourselves anymore. But these people have the desire of seeing blood and hunting and destroying things, and they enjoy hunting, enjoy the chase of the innocent. To kill them. They don't eat them, it's to kill them that they feel. It's like bullfights. You enjoy the bull being killed. That's psychopathy, friends. Christ psychosis. HIV of the neural array.
Saying some of the people you approach you, it's quite evident that they have a few issues. Miles O'Brien?
Mentally ill, look at the Christians. Look at Donald Trump. Look at all Mitch McConnell and all the imbeciles of the GOP. Are they mentally ill? Look at people that go to church and worship imaginary friends, zombie Jesus. Aren't they mentally ill? It's hilarious. I have no idea they had a brain, a sick brain can only create sick thinking. Like all the Christians, Muslims, and everybody infected with religious psychosis, HIV, imaginary friend, and shooting people and bombing planes out of the air and committing suicide using a vest and taking cyanide to be with zombie Jesus like Jim Jones, David Koresh, people shooting things in churches, people going to circumcising the kids and sucking their blood like the Jewish psychotics do. And people in bullfights shooting, poking bulls and torturing them for entertainment. People that shoot rifles to go hunting defenseless animals for entertainment because they enjoy seeing. See? They don't see it. They don't see it. Religious beliefs are mental illness. It's a psychopathy because of all these problems. People that hate Obama because it's Christians, imbeciles, racist pieces of garbage like Trump. You know, they induce all these problems. And this imbecile wants to be president. And GOP loves him. And then, of course, all the convention, all the people, you know, he creates a hate. Donald Trump is creating hate for them. He's creating and he's making all the true Americans racists, pedophiles and moronic, deluded people go up. Express themselves, going on shooting, trying to shoot people. I mean, you guys haven't seen nothing yet. This election is going to be fascinating. Fascinating. Christian brain cancer HIV will do you in. And if scientists don't address it, it will make our primate species extinct. This has been a public service production by Calpun Piso. Pace Deorum. The truth will set you free. The brain creates belief. When sick, it creates the God psychosis that will do you in.